All right, this video is a little different than some of my other videos. It's in keeping with my kits. This is my drawing kit, and so I thought I'd walk you through it really quickly. When I was growing up, I enjoyed going to the library and checking out practical books. Loved reading about building a go-kart or um, drawing or how things worked. And this author, Ed Emberley, was one of my favorite authors on drawing. These are a couple books that he's written. This probably being one of my favorites. The Ed Emberley's drawing book, Make a World. A lot of really cool how to draw illustrations in here. And in the past couple years, I've gotten back into drawing. And so I put together a little drawing kit that I can just organize all of my drawing tools. So I'm using a Klein Tools bag with some custom embroidery here done by my brother. It's a little bulldozer that I had drawn on here, and he embroidered it for me. Opening it up, I've got a small little Olfa mat. It's, I believe it's, 5.5 by 7.5, and I use this as my drawing surface. If I don't have a good surface to draw on, it's hard, and I can tape down my little pieces of cardstock with some washi tape, and I use this as just kind of like little drawing writing surface. I also use this little T-square here as a straight edge. I can pop it on and you know trim cardstock if I need to, or draw right angles with it. Just sort of a handy little item to have in the kit. Of course, I keep a couple envelopes for mailing cards or just kind of organizing things there. And then I've got these tiny little Ed Emberley books. I buy a lot of these older vintage ones on eBay. This is a book on the farm, one on birds, one on trains, and I use them just as inspiration. So if I'm drawing a card for somebody and I'm not really sure what to draw, or if I'm trying to put together a little scene, I'll flip through these and use them as kind of inspiration. They're also fun just to, if I'm with my nieces or something and they're doing some drawing and they want me to teach them how to draw, I'll usually just pull out one of these books and say, hey, let's draw a rooster together. So anyway, just kind of a fun little reference guide, and they're small enough that they fit in this bag, no issues. So that's that. I also like to keep a little. This is like a little sketch pad that I put together. If I'm thinking about an idea or thinking about something to draw, I might sketch it out on here before I put it down on a piece of cardstock that I've trimmed out. So just kind of a fun little reference guide. I can go back in here if I'm trying to draw something similar, and use this sort of like I do the books, but with my own illustrations. Um, these are the markers that I use for coloring. They're the Stabilo 12.88 minis. They're fine liners. They're not my favorite. I think the microns are probably still my favorite, but the color options in here are really good. The thing I don't like about them is they tend to bleed a little bit. So when you're on this thicker stock, and you have uh, the fine liner down on the material for too long, it'll bleed out. But if you're just moving quickly with it, they do a really good job. They're good for coloring in and that sort of thing. Next, I usually use these like pre-cut pieces of cardstock, and I'll tape these onto my Olfa mat with some washi tape, and with my straight edge and my razor knife, I can cut a bunch of different cards out of here. So, if I wanted to, cut this into thirds, I could easily do that and make more cards than what I have in here. Here's some other sizes. Here's some little illustrations that I've done. Some long ones. These are fun for kind of drawing a scene across. And lastly, these are my kind of more specialty writing implements. This is a Kawiko SketchUp lead holder. It's like copper or brass. Yeah, really cool. Holds a really thick piece of lead. Fun for just shading or doing different types of drawing. This is the fine liner that I'm using right now. It's 0.05, really nice fine tip on there. This is my preference for doing tiny little drawings. You have a lot of good precision. Um, this is a vintage Parker writing pencil that was my grandfather's. Really nice pencil just to draw with, nice thick lead. And then these are two Rotring mechanical pencils, different size leads, 0.7 millimeter and 0.5. They both have erasers here on the end as well. Then of course my razor knife here. I use this again for trimming up cardstock and doing different design things. And then this is a mechanical eraser, refillable eraser. It's kind of a cool little device here. You can use it for doing like really precise erasing if need be. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have in my drawing kit. Yeah, I know this video is a little bit different than my normal tool videos, but this is a kit that I've put together and use pretty regularly, and so I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, thanks for watching.